Hey, it's Luke. This is Leicester City Down Under, and welcome back. We are top of the league, looking dominant. The Enzo ball, it just continues. The reign, the ascendancy, it's all here. Plenty to be excited about. What I would call a therapeutic start of the season after the last season went through. So it's been absolutely awesome. Soak it up and enjoy it, and hopefully there's plenty more to come. Just want to start with the first half. Had a bit of time to think about it and digest it a little bit more. And thought to begin with, there wasn't not a lot of possession heavy base that we're used to begin with. Credit to Blackburn, they did come to play. They looked brilliant and didn't see them like really park the bus like a lot of teams have when they face us, which definitely helps us to have that high base possession football if they're waiting for us to attack and sit in deep in their own final third or our final third, sorry. But anyways, moving on. But it didn't take long to get a goal. It was a beautifully well worked short corner from Fatawu to Sideshow Bob, Wout Face. I love him to bits. But something I want to mention here: the whole lead up to that play before that corner, that ball distribution from Mads was absolutely beautiful up the park deep, and set that whole play up, which was awesome, by the way. But Jamie Vardy, right? Jamie Vardy, the immortal. Is he finished? Is he fuck? He's not. He's here to stay. He is absolutely brilliant. That basically a half volley off his left, top bins, absolutely beautiful vintage Vardy. And I wonder if he's starting to pick up a bit of form now. This is brilliant. And the shot before that they hit the crossbar was dangerous as well, man. If his confidence continues to grow, this is going to be absolutely brilliant because I love Kalechi, and he definitely suits, sitting deep and having his back to goal and turning and taking that ball in and getting other people involved in the game. But we're actually seeing Vardy drop a lot deeper than he normally does, and it's actually working. So who says they can't teach an old dog new tricks? And I would probably expect Kalechi to start the next game against Bristol, but not Bristol, sorry, Preston. But you definitely got to manage his minutes, Vardy, but I pretty much how we've been seeing it is one starts for about 60 to 70 minutes and the other gets subbed on and then they swap it the next game. So they're managing the minutes between them pretty good, to be fair. So they're both getting a run out. And but after that, though, the first goal we conceded, don't know who you want to call it fault. Pretty poor pass, you could say, from Mads Hermansen. Winks thought he was fouled, but it was a dangerous pass, and you do expect stuff like that from us playing from the back. We do see that short pass quite a lot. I've mentioned it before, and it comes straight back to the Mads, and he distributes it out wide or somewhere else. But it didn't work that time. It definitely was very risky, I thought. But what can you do? It's not the end of the world, but if that had not gone in, I would have got my score prediction right. But that's all good. I'm just glad we won. And on to Keane and Dewsbury Hall. I've definitely mentioned this before on LTID TV. Definitely check that out, by the way. But I thought that he was super frustrating and it's almost like sometimes he doesn't have a right foot. Like he's always looking for his left. And if he doesn't find it, he holds the ball a lot too long and it's can be very frustrating. He definitely redeemed himself in the second half though. But what's frustrating about him to me is that he's does so much right just to begin with, and he's in all the right places, and then it just falls short at the end of his first touch or his finishing quality, and I just want so much more for him because I love him to bits, and he's a bit of a captain almost sometimes, but when he gets that confidence going, he's a machine. Other than that, I thought Blackburn came to play. They look dangerous, and they give credit where it's due. They're a well-managed team, but they just don't have the same depth and quality that we have, and I'll get onto that soon because we definitely flexed our bench last night. For the second half, I thought Ndidi was absolutely sensational. He was everywhere. Also in that first half, that assist to Jamie Vardy was brilliant. And but in that second half, I seen him even drop deeper a bit and sort of deeper, tracked back. He was winning some balls back like classic old Ndidi, but then taking that ball forward and some brilliant passes. That pass... That goal from KDH, that was all set up from Wilfred Ndidi deep to Yunus, which was a brilliant run from him, by the way. and then an excellent finish with Keenan Dewsbury Hall, fully redeemed himself for that first half, and I thought that was great. I thought Fatau early also looked quite defensively sound, tracking back also. He's probably going to definitely be our main option now that, unfortunately, Casey McAteer looked like he'd done a hammy. Hopefully he's not out too long, but that's not one you want to rush. But looking anywhere in the neighborhood of 3 to 7 weeks, and I'm sure we'll hear soon. But the good news is, in this league, we have a lot of depth. So thankfully, we have Eunice Akgun, we have even a Brighton if need be, but chances are Fatau is going to get a good run out now. So now's his chance to get a good string of form. Kelechi, reliable as always at the penalty. Something to mention, I think his only goals this season so far have been penalties, but boy, you can trust him. When he lines up in front of a penalty, I'm confident in him. He always usually just bangs them in. So credit to him. What else can I say? Vestergaard and Mads. Brilliant 2 saves. Mads definitely redeemed himself as well for that first one, but what? Oh my God. Vestergaard. What do you want to do? Like, if he didn't get a yellow card, I would still want him to start ahead of Connor Cody. Like, he has been absolutely brilliant. That block was just like, he crawled across the ground like a worm and blocked up his foot. Was awesome. He's been good on the ball as well. It's good for Connor Cody because I'm obviously very excited about him to begin with. And from all accounts and the blocks I've seen, he looked great against Liverpool. But now it's his chance as well to get some minutes in. Again, have Sutar if need be as well. So look at that depth. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant thing to have. We're top of the league. Could not be any happier. Going into a lot of these games of confidence, I think it's just going to continue to grow. And originally, I think Brad said from LTRD, definitely check them out, by the way. Huge win. Let's get into the chat. How's it going, Brad? How you going? Gray, how are you, mates? Hey, Luke, I have caught you before bedtime. Really good win yesterday. We really didn't get out of second gear before long. We will stomp our authority on this league. Bang on. If you're still there, Gray, 100%. We are absolutely going to start smashing people. You can feel it. And I keep calling for it. I was trying to be modest at the start of the season, but I can't rein it in anymore. Someone's going to get pumped soon. Vards is 100%. Yes, still dangerous. Respect the man. Jamie Vardy, the immortal. Yeah, we got else in here. KDH gets caught running with his head down at times and doesn't notice run at times. Yes, absolutely. Some people, you can see it sometimes when he has the ball and you see people making that run forward, whether it be Mavadidi, Vardy, and he could get that pass off early, and it's very frustrating because, like I said earlier, you want to see him do well. I love Keenan Dewsbury Hall, but it's just frustrating sometimes. But what was I saying before? Brad said the Leicester City special was 2-1. It's starting to become 4-1. I think that's the second time we had that same score against Southampton, and awesome to see these big scores. Giannis to get a new deal. Yes, right. Yeah, he very well may get a new deal. And and how awesome of this is of Enzo to get this out of him, because I said this again before. I would have been absolutely raging if he had have just not played again, and the amount of money we wasted, and I would have hated Brendan Rodgers even more than I did. This just makes him look stupid now as well, by the way. Go on, I don't care. You go to Scotland and shoot fish in a barrel for Celtic. I don't care. But look what Enzo has done to this player. Absolutely brilliant, and good at returning our money. So, it's actually brilliant to see as well. So, I would also like to, if you're talking about contracts, I'm starting to get, I know it's early days and you've got to rein it in, but it's too hard to not contain my excitement. But what about Enzo Maresca? I definitely hope that people don't come sniffing, especially if we get promoted straight away. I think he's on a 3-year deal, and obviously we don't want a Brendan Rodgers deal when we give someone too much money for too long, but I've got a different feel about this one, and I really hope that he's smart and he sees Leicester as a project where he can build what he wants and develop these players as well as build around them with some quality, hopefully, if we get promoted, touch wood. But other than that, even Wilfred and Ndidi as well, if you want to talk about deals and what's going to happen, potentially in January. He's looked amazing. Again, a completely new player under Enzo Maresca. It's absolutely brilliant, but I think he's only got 1 year left in his contract, and I do worry that come January, people will come sniffing around him for sure. Fun fact, Leicester City won their first away games for the first time. Yes, and I believe that we are also joined with, I think it's with Sheffield United for the amount of away game wins on the road. So I think if we win our next away game, we beat that. Let me know if I'm wrong, Brad, but I think that I read that this morning. But as for Wilfred and Ndidi, I still am very worried. People are going to come sniffing for him in January, but at least if he was to go, we will get some decent money for him. I would definitely imagine now, because 2 to 3 years ago, he was very highly rated as a very good center defensive midfielder. And now he's like a whole new package and a new player. And we were about to lose a lot of money. Like, that's why I don't think anyone came in for him for the form he's had, the last 2 years. But it'll be a different story come January. If I'm not going to rate the players today, but I will say this for the future games. I think that I'm going to start doing my scoring per half and then add a 5 and then add them up to 10 at the end of the game. And then I will also give my team score. I think it might just be, for me and my ADHD brain, a little bit more thorough. And I have written it down that way before, but I'll definitely be doing that from here on out. But I have already said on LTID TV, I gave a team a score of 7. And even though it's my channel, so I can do halves, I'll go 7.5 here. But even though we won 4-1, there were times, like, again, that second half, we did start slow. And this is probably just a wild allegation, but like sometimes I wonder, like, if like we're rope-a-doping people at the beginning of that second half, because like a lot of these teams are gassing at the end of this game. It's evident, and we're punishing them for it. And a lot of our goals are coming late, so it's something maybe to entertain. But what have we got here? Enzo ball is contagious. Even the women scored 4 today, and they are top of the women's soccer league. I haven't been keeping too much tabs on that, Brad, but that's awesome, mate. And I hope that infectious stuff continues to spread, because apparently our young fellas, I think the under 23s or 21s, have been absolutely getting battered. So would like to see the ball that Enzo once played in our youth as well. So as they continue to develop, that feeder system, just continues to work, which would be absolutely brilliant. But yeah, so like I said, moving forward, I will be doing halves and then adding them up at the end. And I will give a breakdown then. But yeah, team score 7.5 out of 10. I definitely think that we're going to get better and better, and it's going to click more. And it's great to see this rotation in our squad, and hopefully a lot of cohesiveness between the squads. So I'm probably going to wrap this up here. I've got some things I've got to do, but I just wanted to come in here and share my excitement, soak it up, enjoy it. Leicester City, we are 100% going straight back up. Get hype. We are going to absolutely smash someone soon. So the receipts are here, and I'm feeling great. Before we go, just quickly check this last comment here. The women played the same style of play as the men, mate. I will 100% have to check that out, mate. If I can get that up on my Fox's Hub International, I will definitely watch it. But the problem is I can't play anything back, Brad. I can't. I can watch it live, and that's it. So the only thing I can really do is highlights, which I will definitely check that out for sure. So, and also, guys, please check out Brad at LTID TV. He's on there a lot with Chris. He's absolutely brilliant. I believe he's got a quiz channel too, so definitely check that out. And he's helped me out a lot over the past couple of weeks. So credit to him and Chris, and they're great content creators. One more comment here. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you, guys. I know I've only got a couple of people watching, and I know one of them is you, Brad, and I really appreciate that. And unfortunately, I don't have the right times to line up with the UK, which pretty much everyone that does watch is from. But if you watch this back and play it back, please, I would really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. I've nearly got to 100 subscribers. Everyone means the world to me, and I will continue to do my best to make the content better here. Thank you, and have a good day.